Hello viewers and welcome to another video looking at Formula Fusion. It's been quite some time now since Martin last had a look at it. There's been a big update to the game recently and I thought let's take a little look, see how it's progressed. You can see here it's made by some of the guys involved with Wipeout and Designers Republic, who designed some of the visual work for Wipeout back in the day, bringing it together. And as Sony unfortunately don't necessarily value the brand anymore, won't be producing another Wipeout for the foreseeable future, the closest we're going to get is going to be from third-party developer. And here we see some of the ships, Python class super fast ships. So again, like Wipeout, you have the different speed ships, the different weapons, and we have some of the new circuits seen here as well. This is currently in development on the PC, but obviously it's coming to consoles as well later. It'd be great to see this on Xbox One, PS4, and I just hope they can bring all of the elements together. So let's talk a little bit about it. We're in the fastest class here, running on my PC version. So visually it's moved on a long way from what we saw a few months ago. These circuits look much more dynamic, much more colourful, improved lighting effects. It's all improved a long way over the last few months as I'm here trying to work my way past the other craft I'm racing against. It's challenging. So let's talk a little bit about it so far. So first impressions a few months ago, I wasn't so keen on it. I wasn't so keen on the handling. Handling's been improved a bit now. It's a bit more floaty than it was before. Before it didn't really feel floaty at all. It was like it was on a more sort of rigid airflow. It's better now than it was before. Still feels more like Wipeout 64 to me than say the PlayStation Wipeout. So there's a general difference in the type of handling for the two titles. At the moment, I'm finding that it's working well for me, but I think a track like this is a good example. You turn into the corner and in Wipeout the ship would turn, so it would hover on the side. It wouldn't necessarily touch the side, it would follow where your viewpoint is. I find here when I turn, the back end steps out like that every time you turn, and because of that it keeps on hitting the wall even though where you're looking that doesn't necessarily feel like it should be. So the ship is sort of wider at the back than the front of it should be. That's just a little twisting motion I think they need to look at in terms of the handling. Also, when you start a race, you only start from outside your vehicle and have to press the option to go in. Every time your ship dies or gets blown up, you start again from the outside, have to keep going into it all the time. Shouldn't really do that. If you're playing inside in cockpit, you should continue to play in cockpit. But the speed of circuits like this looks absolutely fantastic. Great look to the circuit and the speed and the flow of it. Really nice. You know, this for me was my first sort of couple of goes as ever, just picking it up, having a go, and I quickly found myself getting to grips with it. But I did find it difficult to understand how best to take some sections without bumping off the walls, and some sections I was actually bumping because I felt it was quicker to bump off the wall than do it cleanly. So definitely a case of trying to understand what works best. Obviously you don't want to keep bumping off the walls because you'll damage your shields and come a cropper before you know it. But either way, it's really looking the part now. Really nice feeling of speed, and just looking at some of the views and details added to the circuits. Really nice. Performance-wise, it still needs work on the PC version. I was finding here that even running on medium settings, the frame rate was dropping quite a bit on some of these circuits, but we're early development. The game isn't out for another year yet. It's really nice to see how it's progressed. It's much more looking the part now. It's getting much more of sort of the essence of Wipeout, which is what it's aiming for. Probably more of almost a Wipeout 2097 in some respects. Whereas Wipeout 1 was more of a Formula 1 of the future. So Wipeout was you know, big crowds and people cheering, and it being more like a, you know, like you say, a real Formula 1 event. Now you don't have any crowds, you have just the atmosphere of the city, which is more like what Wipeout progressed into as it went on game by game, sort of lost that sort of real element to it. But either way, really nice visuals, and I think once they tweak the handling a bit more, tweak some bits and pieces here and there, they've got a cracking game. I don't know how many tracks are going to be in the final version. I know that there's about 4 already available, and there's 2 more that are locked that you're not able to use at this stage. But, look forward to seeing those. I would prefer there to be at least 8 tracks, I think, to give it a bit of variance. The City Circuit was the version that Martin played a while ago, but the speed and the smoothness and everything, it's just improved lots since then. But again, it's very, very difficult to not hit the walls at times. I mean, I can practice and not hit the wall, but there's a very narrow space. So for example, if you want to go into a corner like that, you hit the air brake way before you get to the corner, you turn into the wall basically, and you slide your way around. But in practice, when you're playing in a more sort of dynamic race, there's very little room to move around. So perhaps in some sections, perhaps where you're landing on a section that perhaps they need to alter some track design here and there just a little bit. Alter the shape of the banking a bit to give you a bit more sweep when you're turning, because you've got these just hard walls, you just end up juddering. And it's not just myself, it's the same with the CPU sort of vehicles as well. But either way, I'm having great fun. I mean, I'm not detracting here from what we've seen. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been a great step forward. It's really great to see how the developers have taken on lots of community feedback from the Wipeout community and continue to improve it. The atmosphere is there with the music, and of course with the graphics, it's very much like Wipeout Pure, something like this. Very nice to see. So that's it from me for now. I just wanted to highlight on this game, show you how it's progressing. We're going to look at a few more indie games over the next few days. Oh, do like and subscribe, of course. Well, subscribe, because we need to get more subscribers. It's a big help. And that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.